Hello once again everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory. So I think what we should do is get steel on the go. I think I've shown you everything. It took an awful long time to do this and figure everything out, but that's the way things go, isn't it? So what we need to do, get the right find the right hotbar and then start filling in gaps. Of course, the first one you do isn't a zoop. Of course it's not. Why is it going there? I didn't aim there. What I need, so I need to leave a little bit of gap there just so I can get up when I do the wiring. Same there. I need a bit of a gap there to do the wiring. I'm not going to do all of this on camera, of course, because you've seen this millions of times before by now. But it's always best to put the storage in now. So that one goes that way, and this one over here obviously needs to turn around and go that way. Just trying to think about what to do next. The thing with these, the thing with steel, of course, is that it's two inputs. You've got the iron, and you've got the coal as well. I very nearly forgot to do that, to be honest. But there we go. Next thing, of course, is the the conveyor walls, but we can put two in on that side. One in over here. See, this is something I haven't done before. So lovely. That's all we really need to do. What I need to do right now is to figure out what sort of capacity we're dealing with. Now, I've already decided. I believe that's Mark IIs. Are they both Mark IIs? Yes, they are. Right, that's fine. We'll leave them here for now. And we'll build the factory and then we'll hook everything up. However, we do know that we are working with Mark IIs. So, number 6, that's where I've got these. Mark IIs. Scroll them that way and make sure they face the right way. I love the fact that this works. I love the fact that you can just put the conveyor floor hole and just click that there and it will link through the wall to the container. And then reverse that. I pressed the wrong button to make it Mark III, but there we go. Right, that's our input done. We'll deal with the power in a minute. So we will have an output there. That's our feed to there. Now this is where things get slightly tricky, because of course you have two inputs. So do I try and shift it back a bit? No, I'll leave it where it was originally. So we've got that. We've got that. I've already... Am I just using the one floor for this? I don't know. I think I'm going to be feeding a lot more. I think that's the problem. I had split my iron into the iron ingots and the steel ingots. So I'm going to have to rethink how tall I'm going to be making this. But that's not something I need to do right now. All I'm doing is the first floor, just to get things moving. So pop these in. This is there, isn't it? So I need 2 of those connected. And I need to put that down so it's not connected to that one. There we are. Lovely. And same thing over here. You need to be careful because I haven't put the conveyor lifts in yet. So remember, both of those are still Mark II. Put them the right way around. Swap it round so we can put them in over here. it doesn't really matter which one is which. Put the conveyor belts in. Doesn't really matter which pair is which, but we've got our feed from over there is a particular order. So we'll have to go with that, won't we? That's pretty much all we need to do over here for now. I have an idea for how to implement the thing at the bottom. You remember? It might very well have been the last video where I showed you that I needed everything sort of staggered. I'm going to do it slightly differently with the things that need 2 inputs. The problem is I've completely forgotten what kind of splitters and things I need. So I'm going to have to work that one out again. Because the foundry is a little bit larger than one foundation. So what's going to happen is instead of coming up the middle like everything else is, I'm going to flip it round. Flip it round so that it comes up here. The problem, of course, there is that you'll have one there, and then the one on the other side will be like that. They're not going to line up. You could, of course, force them to line up like that, but then they take a bit more space either side, and I'm not sure I've accounted for that. So yes, we'll just have to see how that works. So that's just 4 of them, so I'm going to have to push this a little bit further this way and run off. See, that should fit right there, shouldn't it? There we go, that's enough room. So that's roughly where we need them to be then. Obviously they'll be going on the floor above, but this is the kind of spacing we need. So what we'll do, we'll have them coming up the middle. One can go straight in, but the other will be at 90 degrees so that it goes up and then in. But it's a question of getting these in the right place now. Figuring out which... See, that at least lines up. Turn it around like that. That's all fine. Like that. So let's go back to our ones like this. So if we're sending things down the middle this time, we need to put our splitters in first. We need 2 splitters. They can be on top of each other. That's fine, but they need to be the right length. So is it 12 meters? No, that's a bit too long. 10 meters? Does that line up? That lines up lovely, doesn't it? Right, so put this in the middle. It should really line up with at least one of them, right? Swap it around so it goes there. So what if we put it on the closer one? That'll work, won't it? In line with the closest input. Slap bang in the middle, right like that. So, 10 meters. At least now we know how long things are. I really wish these sizes were in the same order. That's right. That's right. There we go. You know what? I need another one, don't I? Make sure that's all the right way around again. And there we go. So what we need to do is we need to put our second floor on. Thankfully, that's probably the easiest way of doing it. Get rid of these. We'll just do this first side first. Build that out like that. On the middle. So that is right up against that top ceiling there. I've made a bit of a mistake here, haven't I? I need that one to be the splitter. Well, it's easy to rectify. Like that. Yeah, I thought something went wrong there. Haha. Never mind. So it's pretty much putting these in exactly the same place as it was before. Right there, make sure it's in line with those. And that one's there. Of course, every time you do this with a different machine, everything's a different spacing. Thankfully, thankfully these only make the one thing, so we're only going to do this once. Only going to do this once. So we'll transfer these up here. Put them there. Let's see. So those are in line on that side. But these will need to go. That's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. I was looking for W. Right. Is that in line with that one? I believe it is now. Back a bit, or do we leave it there? I'll give it a bit of room. That's fine. It's better to have. It's better to leave the room. Wait for those to build, and then we can put the ones in on the back. Put them just on the inside of the middle line. And put them in. A little bit more work than we're used to from the others, but there we go. Thankfully, I'm moderately quick on this now. One thing I haven't done yet is power, and I'm getting to the point where I do need to do power actually. So, wrong button. So we need the power switch. Over here, make sure it's the right way around. Get the power out. That's why we've left this hole in the floor. That goes there. And that, look at that, we're right next to it. Just run it straight in. I don't really need to make that rectilinear at all. And because we don't have lifts anymore, we don't have that little annoyance. So across here to the middle. And then run it all the way up the middle here. You can see that's exactly what I did there. Clip it on there. What we need now is to build our wall up just to carry the power. I think that needs to be an extra... No, we're fine. We've done it that way. Back down there. Grab that, put that there. Just on the corner there. Lovely. That'll be enough to power these once we finish everything. Why are they there? They're not in line with the first ones. Great. Ah, it's fantastic. Now I've got to figure out spacing, so it's just on that gap there. And these aren't going in the right direction either. Come on. That there, that one there, that one is there, and that one is in line there. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, that's all the holes done. I was pretty sure you didn't need to see all of that. It's not dismantling, that's not what I want. I want to get this in line. So the bottom edge of that little hologram thing is right on the middle. right on the middle of that foundation. It's the front end there that's right on that, right on the gap. So there. Is that in line? Is that all nice? It's very close to those ones on the back, but that should be okay. See, the problem is it doesn't look as if it's in line from certain angles. You've really got to look at it from above. I kind of want them moved over a bit now, actually. Oh well, we'll hook everything up and see if that's perfectly fine. Yeah, they still need a conveyor belt in there, don't they? That's fine. That's no problem there at all. Right, so let's get these exterior ones, input ones done, and I'll be backing them out. Okay, so that's the input side of both of these done. Now we get to the slightly interesting part. Make sure those are set that way around. So these ones can just go straight in as normal. These ones here will angle like that, so they'll come down here and then do a turn and go in that way. It's basically the way you need to do it when things don't line up properly. It's what I had to do in my the power plant over there. I had to do exactly the same thing. They come up straight for one side, and you've got to do a bit of routing on the other side. There's no problem at all. There's a really big, quite a lot of room on that side actually. So on this side, it's just like that. And look at that. It's just the right space to get a proper 90-degree angle. I like that. That works nicely. So when it comes to down here, it's similar. It's a similar case down here. Exactly the same thing as we've done so many times in the other ones for this one, except the lifts are going a different direction. Just bear with me, this will only take a sec. So when it comes to these ones here, things are slightly different, of course. So we've got to bring both of them down. One of them can be a couple of clicks up. I'm sure you see where I'm going with this. So one of them all the way down. The other one, a couple of clicks up. I wish it gave you a number as to how long these things are. Right, that would then show a 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4. So you only need it on level 2. I really wish it did that so you knew how long these things were and you could keep things consistent. And that went in entirely the wrong place. I don't know what that was connecting to. But anyway, so what we'll do here is, even though they're aligned over here, it's fine. There's that one in there. That one can just go at a bit of an angle. It's fine. It saves having to put one of these in a slightly different place, which becomes really awkward very quickly, especially if you have to do multiple floors of it. It's not so bad for if it was just this, just like 1 or 2 floors for steel, it wouldn't be a problem. But what is a problem is when you come to doing the assemblers over there, because it's going to be the same system over there, and that's going to get messy and tricky to do. Anyway, see you in a moment while I do these. Alright, so that's done. We've just got to hook up our... hook things up downstairs. And we won't be that far off being ready to go. So we'll start from the input here. This needs to be at Mark II. Let's pop that there. What I've been doing is I've been holding off putting the outputs on until I need them. Yes, that's a Mark II. There we are. So that comes there. I need to put that there, but rotated like that. Lovely. Oh, look, I'm out of reinforced iron plate. Never mind, I've got loads in storage. Back in a sec. Alright, here we are, we're back. Yeah, I've restocked on the advanced iron plates. I didn't have many because, well, I don't use Mark II belts that much. I mean, I am in this one, of course. I'm going to need quite a few to get them from all the way over there, but there we go. So, let's get this one in. Mark II again. Thankfully, they are all set into the right direction for us. This may be a little bit trickier because I need to do these, don't I? I need that one there. And that one there. And I kind of need two of them going in the same direction. So that's fine there. We take that one. There we go. So those aren't going to be in line with those over there. That's fine. They are just going to have to go where we can. So rotate that one round that way and just drag it forward until it finds somewhere it can snap. Hook that up. This one here is the same. Whereabouts is that? Okay, that's in the middle of that half. I can deal with that. Take that one around here like that again and put this one there. Is that right? No, that's in the middle. That's right in the middle. It's in line with that one, isn't it? Okay, do this again. It's fine. I've got a bit of time to get this right. Now, is that fine? Yeah, that looks fine. They're not clipping, and even if they were, why isn't that Mark 1? Oh well, I'm going to have to make sure that those are Mark 2s. And hook that one up there. Why did they all go on as a Mark 1? Seriously. Right. Those hooked up. We've got power down here. That's lovely. What we'll do now is we'll hook these up to power and give them their recipes. So I shall see you in a moment. Alright, so they're all hooked up now. All hooked up to power. All got their recipes set. The only thing we need to do is fill this hole in and hook these up. So where are we now? We need that one. Now each of these uses 45, so the whole floor itself uses 450, which means that Mark 1s are enough. So our output is here. So set that in line with that, but 2 clicks over from the middle. All the way up. Is that going to fit? Yes, it will. That's fine. That's fine. My rule, of course, is to use the nearest one. My rule is always use the nearest one. Up like that, and in there. These others then can just go straight up. There we go, all hooked up. Lovely. Lovely. Now what we'll do is we'll grab some manual resources. I haven't got much room in my pockets, but well, we'll grab some resources, shove them in, manually, of course. See, this still hasn't filled up again. Oh no. No, it has. It's just that hasn't updated yet. Strange. Anyway, so let's see, how much room do we have? We can certainly take a good few of these, can't we? I'll take 7 of each. I'll take 7 of each. There we are, lovely. So, go over here, put them in manually, apply power, and that'll be it. Will be producing, even though we haven't added anything to things. So this one is going to have to be the coal. Just going by the order that we have everything in. There we go. That's feeding in. It's coming up here, in there, and making its way slowly across these. You can't really see them coming up. I think if I do this again, I'll have these a click this way, I think. But there we go, iterative design and everything. I'm sure I'll be doing another floor. Maybe even 2. So let's apply our power. And we'll all be running. There we go. Ah, look at all that wonderful steel. We can't see it coming down all these belts anymore. But it's going to come down this little roller coaster. So that's that full. It's now being sent over to our storage container. So all we've got to do now is hook up our main supply. Look at that. Right, so everything's working. Everything is working nicely. Let's cover up our hole. This will of course need an awful lot of work to actually build the building around it, but it's functional and we have steel. The only problem of course is I need to get underneath now to do my routing. But I haven't done this one yet, so there's plenty of room to get down. Switch over here into Mark II belts. I've only got 704. Interesting. So this one is right on the border. So where are we? Yeah, that's gonna clip a little bit through that one, but that's fine. I don't care about clipping too much. I mean, belts are fine. Buildings that are the problem with clipping. Go right on the edge like that. And yes, I'm out of reinforced iron plate. Excuse me, I will be back once more. Okay, well thankfully I do still have a half of a industrial container full of these, so I'm not too worried just yet. I think my priority will be getting those up and running. So we're here now. So what I do then is I'm right at the edge of this foundation. I bring it in one foundation to bring everything in line. And I'll leave it like that for now, and I'll bring the coal over. Alright, welcome back. So we brought the coal over, and obviously I can't bring this to here like I normally would. I'm going to bring it over here next to this guy. Just over ever so slightly. That's perfectly fine. So that'll come up here. Because we're coming in this side, I think we're going to come in the wrong side for our other inputs here, aren't we? So we need to deal with that. So we need to remove anything that's still in here. And then hopefully there's not too much stuff stored in these. No, there's a little bit left, but there's not too much. It's not ridiculous. We'll just wait for all this to feed through. And we'll hook things up properly. It's because I was thinking that we'd still come in on this side. But it's cluttered that side, and we're already coming in on this side. So, yeah. But that's the thing. You notice a problem with your design, and then you change it. It's no problem. So that one there... Right, so if our iron is on that one... 2 clicks over, and there we are. I don't know what it's hooking up to there. Come on. No, I don't want you to hook onto the input up there. Okay, I'll put one of these in manually then. So that's in line with that one. 2 clicks over. There we are. Got to do this properly. At least now I've given it something to hook onto. So those are empty now. I just need to see whether those belts are empty now. That's lovely. That means that all the stuff is in and we can hook things up to the other side of things now. So certainly with this I'm going to have to put signs on to label the input containers. Yeah, there we go. See, they're coming in a different order. That's fine. Doesn't matter so much. These obviously have signs on them. Put those that way round. There we are. Now, the way to do signs is you need some sort of wall to put them on. So I'll have to put those in now. It's not something I'd really do at this stage in construction. But there we are. And one more. There we go. Don't need these because these are now going to be something else entirely. So, let's go over to our already completed machines. See, I've got one here, look. Anyway, go right up to it, copy and duplicate that there. That one there, that one there. So this one is going to be coal. Lovely. It's still got those on there. That's coming through nicely. So we just got to set these to coal. It's right there. I love it. So that's coal. So just rename that as coal. Manual input. Paste that one and edit that one to be the iron ore. There we go. Doesn't really matter a huge amount. It's just keeping things in the same one they are down below. So they do seem to prioritise the feed from underground, but anyway, doesn't really matter. That's certainly taking things as quickly as we can supply it. But having these manual inputs is a good way of being able to get rid of excess things in your inventory. Anyway, that's that job done. And you can see that this is going to be a hell of a job. A hell of a job to finish this. It's going to be a hell of a job just putting in one floor of everything. When it came to these ingots, I did all of them at the same time. So I did all the belt work at once. I put the splitters in at once. And mass reduction like that actually sped things up quite a bit. So I'll probably do the same thing with all of these. But not now. Things have dragged on far enough for this episode. So thanks very much for watching. This is going to be a massive undertaking. So remember to subscribe to see how things go. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.